Hello there, precious souls, and welcome back. I am the Reverend Dr. Thaeda Franz, and today I want to talk about something that might surprise you. Your creativity is a form of wealth, not just because it can make you money, though it can, but because creativity itself is an act of abundance, and understanding this might just change how you move through the world. Have you ever been so absorbed in something that you completely lost track of time? Maybe you were cooking or planning something or working with your hands or writing. That feeling, that losing time, that's not just enjoyment, that's you tapping into a powerful current of creative energy. And it's one of the most valuable things you possess. Now, if this conversation intrigues you, feel free to like, subscribe, or share this channel. It helps others who might benefit from this kind of content to connect to it. Let's talk about the word currency for a second. It comes from the same root as current, like a river flowing. Money is currency because it flows through our lives, moving and circulating. But creativity is also a currency. When you create something, anything, you're operating from a place of abundance. You're drawing on your wealth of skill, of knowledge, experience, joy. You're saying, I have enough inside me to make something new. Now, I believe we're made in the image of our Creator, which means we love to create. It's hardwired into us. Think about children. Give them paper and crayons, and they're instantly absorbed. By the way, I do not recommend giving them Sharpies in a room with a white couch and no supervision. But that's a story for another day. Anyway, children do not have self-consciousness, no wondering if it's good enough. They just create because it feels wonderful. So what happened to that freedom in us? In my recent class on money as a spirit ally, I asked my students what they love to create. And the answers were beautiful. Baking for loved ones, planning trips, making things with their hands, even demolishing old things to make room for something new. But then I asked, what stops you from sharing your creations? And suddenly we were talking about all the parts of ourselves that whisper warnings. I'm not good enough. People will criticize it. Remember what happened last time? One person shared about making something special for a neighbor only to have it handed back with criticism. That rejection echoed old wounds from childhood that nothing was ever quite right. Another talked about comparing their work to professionals or impossible standards. Obviously, people won't like it if it's not perfect. Here's what I've learned. Those protective parts of us mean well. They're trying to save us from hurt. But in protecting us, they also keep us small. So what do? We don't argue with those parts or push them away. We acknowledge them with kindness. When a part of you says, don't share that, people will judge, you can turn toward it like you would a worried child and say, yeah, some people might not like what I've made, that's true. But that doesn't mean it's bad. And here's the important thing. You're not going through any criticism alone. I'm here with you. This is the same process I teach for transforming your relationship with money, and it works for creativity too. First, you encounter your creative impulse like you'd meet a new friend. Then you develop a relationship with it, move from fear into curiosity. And finally, you trust and move forward from this new place of partnership, collaboration. What if you stopped treating your gifts as things to perfect before sharing? What if you treated them as living expressions of the abundance already flowing through you? In our class meditation, I had students imagine their creative futures, 6 months, a year, 5 years from now. Some saw themselves monetizing work they loved. Others saw themselves creating just for joy, no longer needing validation. One saw herself with strong boundaries, flowing freely in her creative power, not worried about anybody's opinion. The theme was always the same in every case: freedom. So here's my question for you. What do you love to create? What makes you lose track of time? That's your creative currency. That's your flow. And those worried parts of you, They're invited too. They just need to know they're safe, that you've got this. Because the world doesn't need more perfect things. It needs more people brave enough to share what's real, what's true, and what flows through them when they stop trying so hard. Your creativity is an act of abundance. Every time you make something, you're declaring, I have enough, I am enough, and I'm here to let it flow. I would love to hear from you. What's one thing you love to create? Drop it in the comments below. And if this resonated, subscribe for more content on spiritual abundance and soul protection work. Until next time, keep creating. Grace and peace.